Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and this is the latest Inside Crochet, inspiring projects for creative crocheters. Okay, 27 designer patterns. We've got this, which reminds me of peacocks. I'm not saying it is, because my identification skills have been called into question several times, but you never know, might have got it. Sweet makes for little ones. Bonus pattern book, gorgeous gift ideas for babies. We've got Insider Crochet, floral washcloth set. Everlasting greenery, so you can make your own hanging basket plant, so the one you couldn't possibly kill. Well, you'd have to go some. Simple motif make, easy colour changes. Looks a little bit like my latest one for my granny square. Bit concerning. Then pretty ruffled edging. And we've got a geometric cushion. We've got a square kind of, I guess it's a shawl. Yeah, it's called Ammonite. Plus learn vertical stripe stitch. Lovely yarn and kits. And designer Lucy Jevdet. Whatever that says, I can't pronounce it. We have Winner Serdar Jewel Spun Bundle. We've got Bobble Baby Cardi. We have a sleeping bag. We've got a round into a square, a million of those on YouTube. We've got these baby things, which I suspect are in that supplement. We've got a kind of a pixie looking bonnet. We've got bags. We've got this tunic thingy. We've got a Rico giveaway. We've got a Tunisian tote bag. We've got this t-shirt, which is all sort of scallopy. What's the word I'm looking at? Chevron, maybe. Wave stitch. We've got a bag. I made one very similar to that once before. We've got a top. We've got a cushion. We've got another ruffle scarf and another bag. Let's get in and have a look. I mean, while I'm doing this, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Hopefully you'll be informed when new videos pop up. So straight away, there's just a couple of, that's the supplement. It's tiny. We'll put it over there. I have no idea what it is. But look how thick this magazine is. I've actually got bookazines, one to actually do in a minute, which is thinner than this book. I mean, the chances are it's only got 27 patterns in, so a lot of adverts maybe, or whatever. Fresh botanical tea, fern circle bag, hexy honeycomb top, all sorts of stuff. Let's have a look. Lots of stuff and things. So that's just an advert for yarn over there, big fat yarn. These are the bit I never really bother with them. They're a bit too sort of small to work out what you're looking at. Looking at this colour square, it's a lot different from mine. Phew. In the loop, so we've got yarn, books, reviews, events, interviews and social, all in this little bit. We've got a new yarn called Rebel by King Cole. It's very bright. There's a few new ones I haven't managed to get yet for my shop. We've got in the spotlight on the case, a great gift for beginner. It's a hook case. It's a floral hook case, not to make. Bag it up, sturdy yet stylish KWA crossbody project bag. Just looks a bit like a plain bag with a motif on it. Pretty primrose yarn. And we've got a camp coffee. This lovely enamel mug features a retro yellow floral print. Perfect for tea and crafts in the garden. Well, if you're very careful, you can take anything in the garden. Okay, so we've got some yarns. We've got Rowan and Plant Dyed in Wales. What's that? So if you're looking for a luxurious yarn for a special project, try one of the delicious new shades from Nellie and Eve. Dale's 50/50 4-ply combines blue-faced Leicester and Marsham wool fibres to create a little luster, gentle halo and lovely marbled look. Well, as much as I'd love to, I cannot because it is wool. Oh no, I can't do wool. Okay, so we've got a crochet squares book, yet another. There's a million of those around. We've got some yarns to try. We've got Footsie. I think I've got that in my shop, and a few others. They're all kind of Rico sock yarn and drops. They're all the sock yarns they're looking at. I've not been one to make socks. I know it's just really 4-ply yarn. Yarn wish list. We have Pom Pom, which is a garland yarn. I don't know. Is it? What's that? Stylecraft Soft Pastel. Another one I've not really tried. Periwinkle. That bottom one. Blue Sky Fibres Organic Cotton Worsted is eco-friendly and luxuriously soft. Okay. I've not tried that one either. My goodness. Am I out of the loop? Or are they just getting some obscure yarns? I don't know. So from the archives, what are we looking at here? Whether you call it a tank top, a vest or a slip over. So why are we looking at them? From the archives, telling you where to get them. So you have to go to the right issue and get a back copy if you want to make any of those. Just another way of getting you to... That's my tea, guys. Getting you to do the back copies. So we got this Crochet Squares, which is the one that they had earlier by Maria Goldberg. And it's £18.99. That's rather expensive, I have to say, when they've been 14 and this one's 12. Why is it £18.99? That page 8, there's an interview with Maria. Don't know why that should be. It doesn't even tell you how many are in there. Anyway, Next Level Stitches by Melissa Leapman, $12.99. That's in US terms. The other one was in UK. Blooming Embroidery by Rebecca Marshall is $14.99 if you're into your embroidery. That's this one here. Adverts. Vertical Stripes, basically just doing stitches on top of stitches in colours. So it's not really much to master as such, is it? Geometric Stripe Cushion. This is the first of their patterns. This is by Claire Montgomery, and it's kind of interesting. Look nice with colour schemes, I guess. Back is what? Can't really figure out. Doesn't look... Looks like it's sewn, but I'm not sure. I normally do my joins at the bottom, saying. This is Field Notes, Hook Stylish selection of garments and accessories inspired by the natural world. So this is styling by Claire Montgomery. Does that mean it's hers or not? No. Ammonite Shawl is by Jenny Street. And we have, these are the bigger pictures of what we've got to look forward to. So this is the honeycomb front tying t-shirt. And this is called a feather jacket. So, yeah, I guess this is by Sam Sabido. It probably is then peacock feathers. Wow, getting good at this malarkey. Spirals t-shirt. Don't like the sleeves on that at all. They're just a mess. Sorry to Cassie Ward, but those are not really up my street. I'm sorry. This is the Alpine Wrap by Kwani Cheng. I'm not really keen on the colours they're choosing. They're a tad on the drab side. It's bright and cheerful. It's summer. Why are we doing all this rusts and dark greens and dark browns? That's nice, but it's still not very summery. None of them are they? They're choosing some pretty drab colours for the summer. This is by Catherine Late, and we all know how to do that. I've actually done a tutorial for it myself. This is the fern bag. Doesn't look anything like a fern. Just saying, looks more like a pinwheel. Semper Vivium top by Kath Webber. Now, I like that. That I do like. I would wear that myself. Yeah. Bit see-through, but you can always wear something under. Garden Party. Fill your home with green-fingered treats and accessories. Okay. She's done the styling again, that Claire Montgomery. So here we are. We've got Unfurling Cushion by Catherine Werner. And Geometric Stripe Cushion by Claire Montgomery. Sorry if I whistled. Didn't mean to. We have a trio of houseplants by Sarah Reed. And the washcloth makeup pads by Helen Anderson. I don't like the way that they're showing them like this. I think I prefer them by the pattern. But they're sometimes easier to look at than others. Now this is a Cyril the Snail by Victoria Caris. There he is, poking out. We have a Tunisian tote bag by Laura Strutt. This one. And a market bag by Lucy Jedvets. I don't know how to say it, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'll be messing it up. We have Rose Ladybird by May Lee Lee. And we have, I'm sure they're just choosing these names for me. Baby Cardigan by Susan Ritchie. That is the image of one that I made when my children were babies. I made it out of, and this was a pattern by Serdar, I'm sure, that I made back then. Anyway, here we go. Spiral Tea, Cassie Ward, page 40. So we got this now. Right, here we are. We'll see them in their glory on the back as well. So that's the, as I say, I don't like the sleeves on this. They're just, there's no shaping to them and they're just sticking out and rolling and ruffling because they're too in your face. It's not really my thing, that. Anyway, here comes the spring. About time they realised it then, isn't it, with the colours? So this is a feather jacket. Peacock feather granny squares. So that's quite snazzy. Quite like that one. And it's no shaping whatsoever, so you'll be fine making if you're a beginner. Small up to a 5XL. Honeycomb tie front top by Cassie Ward. Yeah, I suppose, you know, sometimes when you wear a long dress and you have those shrug type things, that would look nice with that. It's made with hexagons. Hexagons. There's a lot of pages for that. Alpine Wrap by Quanny Cheng. Yeah, just ruffled edge. I'm not keen on the colours, as I said before, but I recently made a shallow point shawl. It's probably about that. I don't know. I'm really keen on that one, to be honest with you. But I like this. I do like this one. This is inspired by the silvery blue leaves of the Sempervivium plant. It's a boxy tee. A boxy tee. And we've got 96 bust up to 176. So not many sizes in that one. That's the fern bag. I have to say, the one I made was a little nicer. Gotta say it. Sorry and all that. Ammonite Shawl by Jenny Street. It's just a bit, could have made so much more effort in that. I don't see what, it's not a fern. There's nothing ferny about that, is there? Is it just me? It's a circle bag, but isn't it? I don't get the fern, apart from the fact that there's green. Jess Bennett. And this is Jenny Street again with the Ammonite Shawl. So it's looking like lots of different ammonites, which are beautiful ammonites. Goes on for a few pages. The Frond Scarflet by Catherine Late. Yeah, move on. Market Bag. This is by Lucy Jevdet. Hope I've said it right. But that's quite straightforward, and it's got this, it's either the wheat sheaf or that other stitch that's very similar to it. But nice, I like that stitch a lot. Subscribe today, enjoy a whole year of crochet. Don't get nothing back. No, nothing to get to subscribe for, other than maybe cheaper slightly. This is the Unfurling Cushion. To me, that's more fern-like. This is Catherine Venner. I'm just going to have a quick drink. Hold on. Sorry about that, but my tea was getting cold, so gone now. Okay, Catherine Venner's Unfurling Cushion. Nice and simple, just row after row. I don't think that's actually, I think that's just like embroidered on with crochet, you know, over the top. Sprouting Washcloths and Makeup Pads by Helen Anderson. That's nice and straightforward, and we have a chart for that one. There's the chart. Now this is the Tunisian tote bag, so this is a little, should be easy one for beginners, I would have thought. Laura Strutt has designed this one. Doesn't say. Or does it? Am I not seeing it? No, I'm not. I've missed it completely if it's there. Anyway, it's got a strap though that you're going to have to somehow rivet on or use a different strap. If you've got a way of doing that, that's I suspect many of us don't have a way of attaching those kind of straps. Moving on, Trio of Houseplants by Sarah Reed. Bring the outdoors in, sort of thing. Yeah, I possibly the only ones that I wouldn't kill, but I just find them dust harbourers. I know I'm being really miserable, aren't I, today? Try not to, but yeah, at least you can wash them. Jewel Spun Blanket by Jane CZAJA. No, I'm not even going to try it. Anyway, I'll butcher that. I don't think that's fair on her, so I'm not going to try. But it's nice yarn, this. It's jewel spun, obviously, by Serdar, which I do have in my shop, so I could easily get some of that and make it. Like it. Very pretty. Look at that. Nice. Of course, they've made it in 2 different colours of it, and you go around in a spiral, but you can't really tell when you look at it that that's what they've done. It's not, like, obvious. They're just, because they're so multicoloured, it's not really obvious. Victoria Caris, Cyril the Snail. So here he is from the side view. He's actually quite sweet. And I could have identified him, you know. Rosie the Ladybird by May Lee Lee. And yeah, that's quite sweet as well, but it should be nice and easy to make. It's only 5 inches tall. And that's what it looks like front and back. It's kind of cute, isn't it? But you've got to put a little bit of rouge on her face because you will not be able to get this any other way. Flower Power Blanket. Hexagon Blanket by Amanda Perkins. Yeah, that's quite nice. Should have a chart. There it is, showing you how to put them all together. World of Wool Yarns. Nice big advert for them. So this one, I definitely made this or something very similar. I think it had a bit more of a... This is by Susan Ritchie and Karen Miller, but it is identical to a pattern that I made, which was either a Serdar or a Peyton's or a Wendy. I had so many patterns when I was young, and that is kind of identical to how it was made. Just identical. There's no other word for it. Maybe just 1 row of that around the sleeve, but it is so much like it. I don't know what else to say. Moving on, I love that. I've got that pattern. I bought it for my shop when I bought this yarn, the Soft Baby Easy Stripes, in that colour, and I got that pattern because it looks so cute. So yeah, that is in my shop. hobbyrocks.co.uk. So here we've got in next month, we're going a bit kind of retro. Yeah, I reckon. All the fun of the fair. Rose Garden Carnival top, rosette top, bunting, headscarf, cream tea blanket and hoopla wreath. So we're finally hitting a little bit of the summery colours. Hopefully. Hopefully. There's how to get your back issues and the how to crochet bit, which we'll go over a few pages. And all the abbreviations and stuff that you need, and then a little bit of an editorial at the end. And then we have this little supplement, and it is very small compared to the gigantic kind of thick book. So this is the Sweet Makes for Little Ones, Adorable Projects for Babies and Toddlers, Inside Crochet magazine. Baby Bobble cardigan, which is quite cute. Little colourful bobbles attached. And then there we've got that like pixie. It's called a Heidi bonnet by Claire Montgomery. Oh, did I tell you who made that one? Let's do the credit for it, shall we? That's Claire Montgomery. I've got a suspicion they all might be hers. You know, that cardigan is a 6 month to a 24 months. And the Heidi bonnet does remind me of pixies, I have to say. And what have we got here? Refreshers baby blanket. So refreshers as in terms of the sweeties, I guess, by Theodora Burrow, actually. It's a pick and mix baby blanket, but basically what it is circles into a square that everybody has done on YouTube, including me. A monkey rattle by Victoria Caris. That's quite cute. And lastly, the baby bear sleeping bag. So every single one of these was shown before we see this supplement, because I saw a picture for every one of them. But this is by Sarah Jane Hicks, and well, basically it's buttons up, but I've kind of made a few cocoons in my time, but this one seems to be made corner to corner, is it? Looks corner to corner. I'm not if it is actually. It does look it, if you look at that. Not sure. Anyway, what do you think of the magazine? And what do you think of the supplement? I'm a little perturbed by the fact that there's very few pretty colours yet. And we are already in May. And they're still giving us drab colours in these magazines, with the exception of a couple of things. But I like that, I have to say. A few things I liked in it. And a lot that was not so much for me. What do you think? Be interested to know what you guys think of it. And up until recently, this has been my favourite of the magazines, with more content and better stuff. There's been some interesting things. I mean, there's some nice things to make for the home, and a couple of designs that I think are really, really nice. But I'm not so enamoured myself personally with it this time around, and I think they're missing the point with the fact that we've got blazing sunshine in this country right now, and we're on a drought situation, talking about hosepipe bans, and here we are with drab browns and kind of dark greens. Well, I know we have summer is full of greenery, but that's beside the point. Anyway, let me know what you think. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye for now.